Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm sure there'll be those that catch the replay. I always like to start with something inspirational, and I am in Live in Grace, Walk in Love. And the scripture is Galatians 6:4, and it says, each one should test their own actions. Then they can take pride in themselves alone with comparing themselves to someone else. Bob Goff says, we're born into a world of comparison. We were asked if we prefer the ocean or the mountains, if we prefer chocolate or vanilla, if we prefer tea or coffee, if we want it mild or spicy, all of that sort of thing. We compare prices, we compare sermons, all of those sort of things. And it's okay for us to have a preference, but we're not supposed to compare ourselves to anyone else. And he does not compare us with his other children. It said there was a time whenever the disciples asked Jesus if which one of them was the greatest, and he actually took a child in his lap and he said, whoever welcomes the little children would welcome him. And he said, greatness is not rated on strength, wealth, or intelligence. It's about humility and childlike faith. The Lord's not impressed with our abilities. Because he gave us our abilities. He's impressed when we serve the people around us, and we lift other people's interest above our own. So that's the thing. We just need to not compare ourselves to others, but just follow Jesus and what it is that he has for us. Okay, so that's it for that today. I am going to show you my cards my Happy Mail. It's so cute. Look at that. My dear friend Jan made that for me. It is so cool. It's a smaller card, as you can see, but it is just absolutely adorable. I love all the detail about it. And then we have someone who's made, this is from Margaret Brown. She actually embossed toilet paper. Isn't that cool? She used an embossing folder on it. It's really neat. Okay, so then the next thing we're going to do is to show you this. Oh, this. Definitely want to show you this. This is from my, the latest card class, online card class to go. This is going to be July's card class to go. I'm using Beauty Abounds stamp set. Cool, huh? I love, love, love the butterflies. And then here's these really cool ones. I used glimmer paper. So I will be putting an email, and I'll put some information about this on my Facebook page and on my website. And if you're interested in doing a card class to go with these beautiful cards, just let me know. And the deadline for it is the end of this month, the last day of this month. Okay, so tonight I'm featuring Forever Fern. It's a really cool stamp set, and I'll show you. This is the card that I did yesterday on. Yesterday, Wednesday. This was the card I featured on yesterday's video tutorial. Super cool card, really, really pretty. And this is the one. This is a sneak peek of what's coming up on Saturday. It's kind of a fun fold. I usually do a fun fold type card. This is the fun fold part of it right here. It's actually called a double pleat card. Love this designer series paper. So pretty. So tonight I am going to be making what we call a split card design, and I'm going to show you how I did this on one piece of paper, then cut it in two, and then made two cards out of it. So I'm going to flip the camera down, and then we're going to get started. As I said, we're using the Forever Fern, and I just love all of the different leaves and all of the things that are part of this. And it has some really good sentiments too. We're going to do this card first. I didn't actually show you this one. With the Forever Ferns stamp set, with the bundle and all that, they actually have this the gold element pieces, and they're really, really cool. They have some that are like they have circles and things that have leaves and things behind them, and that's how I made this card. This is actually one piece. I didn't have any more of those because I used them all for my team, so I cut these out of gold, and then I just used these, and it still turned out really pretty. So these are really cool elements that can be used for making cards. Well, one of the things that they have are these cool little I don't know what you call them. They're like card fronts. They're laser cut and they're really neat. And so I am using that tonight to make my card. I'm also using a soft Seafoam color, which I ran through this Tasteful Textures embossing folder. I'm not sure if you can really see the texture of it or not, but it's a really pretty piece once it goes through the embossing folder. And then this is one of the new in colors. It's called Just Jade, and I'm going to put it on a base of Pretty Peacock. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting this together. I did a lot of the cutting work ahead of time so that it wouldn't take me so long on the video. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. Hopefully I won't run out of glue. These embossing folders, man, they really take up your card making to like a whole nother level. Not another, other. You can tell I'm from South Georgia. Whole nother level. All right, so I'm just going to put this on top of the Pretty Peacock. I love these colors together. Oh, that's too big. Well, it's all right. I'm going to let it go. Normally I would cut that down, but I've already glued it. It should have been it should have been 1/4 of an inch smaller. It's okay. It'll still be really pretty. And what I'm going to do is just take glue in these areas that have the larger pieces, and that way it won't gush out too much whenever I put it on. These are really cool to make pretty cards. You know, I'm not much of a blingy girl, but I am really enjoying these gold pieces. Just like that. Okay. I don't have one of those cut. And I think I'm not going to worry about it since it's not showing the Pretty Peacock color anyway. I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put these on the back. And I'm going to cut this piece. Get some scissors. This is one of the dies that is a part of the Forever Fern set. And I'm just going to cut it in half. And I'm going to do my stamping before I put that on though. I'm glad I thought about that. I'm using Just Jade ink and Happy Anniversary. And I'm just going to stamp it like this. And these labels are actually from Tasteful Textures labels or dies. Tasteful Texture labels. And they're, oh goodness. I got a headache tonight, y'all. And I think that that's affecting my ability here. Okay. I'm going to change the plan. Hold on one second. I'm going to grab a punch. I learned something a long time ago, and it says, "Blessed are the flexible, for they shall not be bent out of shape." I'm not going to be bent out of shape, so I'm going to even grab some Pretty Peacock, and I'm going to use it. Or am I? Pretty Peacock. Here we go. All right. Here we go. So I'm actually going to cut this out using this piece here. This is Label Me Lovely punch. And let me get a smaller piece. Okay, so we're going to stamp this again. And I'm going to punch it out with my punch. And we're going to fix the problem that I made. All right, so we're just going to go right in here. Punch it out like that. And this is the Label Me Fancy punch. I'm just going to glue it on to this Pretty Peacock piece. Right here in the middle. Those two labels actually come together as a set. And they work really well together. Goodness, you ever have those nights when anything that can go wrong get well? Well, tonight just happens to be one of those nights, and I'm hoping that you popped back on. Somebody tried to call me in the middle of this, And so I have a feeling it was probably either a telemarketer or my husband. He's out of town right now, so not doing the riots. He is in Atlanta. He's doing something else. I have no idea what it is. He started telling me, and it didn't sound all that interesting, so oh, don't tell him. I kind of tuned him out. I had my mind on something else. All right, so I'm just going to put this little leaf right in here, like that. Now, you know, I could have taken some of those and used them, and that would have been really pretty too. And then I'm just going to put some glue down here at the bottom. Put this piece on. There we go. Whoops. Good grief. Good grief, Charlie Brown. There we go. Okay. Got it. Hey, Jan. I'm having a Murphy night. You know, when things that can go wrong will go wrong. I'm having one of those nights. Alrighty. Just going to go ahead and put this on here. I love having punches that are versatile. You can actually use this punch to make these things smaller. You can, I'll see if I can show you in just a second. All right, so I'm also going to take some of this ribbon right here. I'm going to cut a piece of it, about like that. My Stampin' Up! Scissors are on the other side of the room. Let me get my fabric scissors. There we go. Better. Much better. Okay, I'm just going to do like the, I don't know what you call that bow that you do like that. Just the ribbon. And I'm going to place it down here in the bottom. I think I'm going to use a piece of washi tape to put it on. I actually don't have any regular tape right now. I meant to get some when I was out today and I forgot. So I'm just going to use a little bit of washi tape. And that will work perfectly. And then I'm just going to put it in place right here. There's that other piece right there. Okay, I'll put that right on there as well then. Spread that out a little bit. Okay, take the backings off here. Alright, it looks like a mess, but it's going to end up being pretty. Because I'm going to glam it up a little bit. Hi, Cheyenne. I'm a little slow tonight. My head is hurting. So I'm not thinking very quickly. Alright, so I'm going to use these gilded gems like right in here. I'm going to put one up here. I think I'm going to put one about the same size right up here too. And did you see that little spot that I had ink? I covered it right up. Okay, so there you go. So that's my first card. Super easy. I mean, it took a bit to cut those out, but if I had thought about it, and I don't know why I didn't think about it, I could have used these because they're just perfect. I don't know what I was thinking about. Maybe I wasn't thinking. Because I'll show you this one. This is the one I did for Wednesday's card, and these are part of those elements I just showed you. And I cut this gold piece out because I had run out of these things. So I don't know why I went ahead and cut those out, but it's very pretty. I do like it. It turned out to be a very pretty card. The other thing that I did was I didn't check the sizes of this, and it was the same size as my pretty Peacock. So, yeah, it's one of those things I told you. Some days we have those Murphy days, right? Okay, so I am bringing in a piece of Whisper White. It is 5 by 7.5, and I'm going to use my ruler, if I can find it. Yeah, right here. So it's 7.5 inches long. So half of that would be 3 3/4. Here's my pencil. All right, so I'm just gonna do a tick mark right here at 3 3/4, and then I'm gonna come up here to my 3 3/4 and do it again, like that. I'm gonna end up stamping over that so it will not be seen. And so what I'm gonna do is to bring in Pear Pizzazz and Just Jade, Granny Apple Green. I'm bringing in all the greens. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. And Gardening Green, okay? And what I'm gonna do, this is called, I just forgot it, split stamping. I think it's called split stamping, okay? So I'm gonna use this thing right here, this pretty thing of leaves. I'm just gonna stamp right here like that. Then I'm gonna come in on this side and do another one, just kind of match it like that. I'm not gonna close it because I'm gonna use it again. And then I'm gonna come down with Pear Pizzazz. I'm gonna use this big wispy thing. And I'm gonna start here at the top. And I'm gonna kind of do that same thing. Just kind of wisp it. And I'm gonna get most of that, I'll just turn it around, it'll be easy. I'm gonna cut most of that off. So I'm just gonna do it like that. I'll do another one, and it does not have to be perfect, like that. I am done with this one, so I'm gonna put it away. And I'm gonna bring in my Granny Apple Green, and I'm gonna stamp a couple places right in here. I can't do the stem really. I mean, I guess I could, but I don't care that the stem's going to show because I'm kind of going to stamp over that anyway. And so then I'm going to bring in my Just Jade, and I'm going to stamp up this pretty thing. And I'm going to come back in here. Before I do that, I am going to use this Granny Apple Green and kind of layer right in here. It looks like it's going to be a hot mess, but I tell you, it will be pretty. When it's all said and done, it will turn out pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this in again and just go right in here and in here. I think I may even do, I'm going to clean this off and use this one. And I just remembered I left my chamois in the kitchen. Okay, so I'm going to do one of these like, do I want to do that? No, I don't. I'm going to change my mind on that. There's another one I'm going to use. Okay. I think I will use the Granny Apple Green, which I think I probably already did that color. Oh, Pear Pizzazz. I'll use Pear Pizzazz. Y'all, I'm a hot mess today. Okay. So I'm just going to bring it in there. Bring another one right out in here. I'm going to ink it up with the darker color right in there. Whoop. Then I'm going to come back with these dots. I know it looks like a mess, right? It's going to be fine. Okay. Close these up before I make an even bigger mess. Yes, Just Jade is a gorgeous color. Now I'm going to bring my trimmer in. And I'm going to trim this in half at 3 3/4, right in here. I'm going to go down the middle, and what looked like a really hot mess doesn't look quite, and looks like I might have gotten off a little bit there. So I think I might trim just a tiny bit off right in here. Yep, that's a lot better. Just cutting that little bit off right there actually is a lot better. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my card base and my card front, and I'm going to make 2 cards. I'm doing one with Granny Apple Green and one with Pear Pizzazz. Before I do that though, I think I'm going to do my sentiments on it. And the one that I'm doing in Granny Apple Green, I think I'm going to use the garden green color, because that's the color of my card base. And I'm going to say thank you so very much. This is actually from the Butterfly Gala stamp set. I'm going to make this card go in this direction. Right about like that. Pretty. I got something on there. Okay, and this one, I'm just going to let it say hello. And I'm going to use the garden green for it as well. Okay, I put the little thing on there a little crooked, so I have to just do it and know that if I, oh my gosh, okay, I can fix that. Ho, ho, ho. Hold on one second. I will grab a piece of white and I will fix that problem. Okay. No worries. Good grief, Vicky. There. I don't like that one either, though. How many times can I stamp hello? All right. This is ridiculous. Okay. It's tricking me because it looks crooked, and it is crooked with that saying. Hold on a second. Let me see. Okay. Oh, this is too funny. Too funny. This may be one of those videos that does not make its way over onto YouTube, right? Oh my gosh, you have to laugh at yourself, right? If you caught the first part of my thing, you know, I always do an inspirational thing, and I was talking about not comparing ourselves to others. Woo! Right here and right now, I'm being tested on that one. Too funny. Okay, let's see. I don't want to cut too much off, or then it won't cover that spot. So, alrighty. Okie dokie. Nighttime is a charm. I know, right? So that's what you do when you mess up. You just do it again on a different piece of paper, and then you put dimensionals on it and pop it up. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Jan. I don't feel like I'm a lot of grace at this moment. Okay. Well, you just got to laugh about it, right? I don't want to do it so perfectly that people think they can't do it, right? I'm doing this on purpose. I'm flubbing up tonight on purpose. I want everybody to know they can do it too. Alrighty. So I'm going to take my garden green and fold it up. Okay. I'm just going to glue that on. I don't know why that circle's on there. I have a little basket I keep on my desk, and I cut, like when I cut card bases, I'll cut the other side down sometimes and use them for card fronts. And then sometimes I'll use them for things. So apparently I used that and drew a circle on the back. It must have been when I did the turtle one. Okay. So that turns out really pretty. And it's actually considered a simple stamping. Even though I have a dimensional on it, it's still considered a simple stamping because there's no embellishments or anything like that. It turned out pretty. Okay, my next one is here. I may have to put something on it because I got ink right there. I don't know what yet, but I may have to. There we go. This is the one I trimmed down a little bit smaller. I should have done the sides as well, but it'll still be good. My glue is just about at the bottom. There we go. Okay, I actually have some embellishments right here, so let's see what I can put there to cover that up. I think those might look pretty there, or even those green ones. Maybe I'll do these green ones instead. So I'll put a really big one right there to cover that one spot. And maybe I'll put one over here. Got to do it in threes. So I'm going to take a smaller one. And where should I put it? It's kind of a spot right there, so maybe I'll put it right there. And that fixes that problem. I have shattered everyone's illusions that I am perfect. As of this night, I have shattered everyone's illusions. Okay, so this is the card that's going to be on my Saturday. I normally do a fun fold where the card itself is some sort of a fun fold kind of thing, but that's not what this is this time. The front is a fun fold. This is called a double pleat, and it turned out so pretty. I really, really like this. I used, I think I used the sentiment from Celebrate Sunflowers, and I used the Tasteful Texture Label die cuts. And then I used the embossing folder for Forever Fern, and I used the paper from Forever Greenery. And I really am happy with the way it turned out. And then I showed at the beginning, I'll show again, because there were a few that were on. But these are the cards that we're doing. This is that rainbow glimmer paper that's new to the catalog. And these are the cards that are in the next monthly online card class. They won't be the ones that will be at my live class, but they're the ones for my online card class. So I'm really happy with the way they turned out. I used Beauty Abounds. Okay, I think that is it. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them. And if you ask quickly, I will answer them in just a second while I'm still on. If not, I will answer them when I come back to it. So, all righty. I think that's it. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.